If you want to learn how to breastfeed your baby successfully for his first year of life, plus maybe into toddlerhood, stick around because I'm going to give you 5 practical and mental and real life tips on how to do that. Stick around. If you're new here, I'm Erica and I'm a breastfeeding and pumping mother of 2, and I love helping mothers thrive in this journey of breastfeeding and beyond. First, it starts with your mindset. Mindset is everything, and I'm going to tell you why. When you're pregnant, there's going to be so many people that have had experiences, and with all their well-meaning intentions, they may say things that start to live in your head, and if you give it power to live and to grow, that may set you up for failure going forward. Here's an example, big one that I got while I was pregnant. Oh, don't get your heart set on breastfeeding because so many people have issues, and it's okay if you end up using formula, fed is best, blah, 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 blah. And while I'm not against feeding your child by any means possible, any means necessary, I want to help you to focus on your goal. Your goal as mom, your goal as I want to breastfeed my baby. My biggest cliche belief, whatever, I live by this motto: failure to prepare is preparing to fail. And by that I mean right now you're preparing. I bet you're pregnant or you're about to give birth or you just gave birth and you're like, how do I successfully breastfeed my baby for at least a year or at least 6 months or at least 3 months, whatever that looks like for you. But this video is focused on getting you to that 1 year mark. While you're mentally preparing, you're practically preparing. You're watching videos, you're here, you're getting ready, you're setting yourself up for success, you're getting the things necessary, the haka, the shells, the collection shells, learning about pumping, and my channel is dedicated to all these things. So stick around. I'll link a bunch of videos that will help you with this whole first year of not pumping at first, just collecting with the haka, collecting with shells, how to get pumping, how to start pumping, which pumps are best for which scenario, while you're at work, while you're on the road, while you're on vacation. I'll link a video of how to pump while on vacation. I did that when my firstborn was 10 months old. My best friend was getting married and we went away for 3 days, and I was able to continue my breastfeeding journey, my pumping journey, my packing milk. I brought milk from Cancun, Mexico, or Riviera Maya, and my milk was just fine. Got it through customs. I teach all that in this video right here. So click the link above if you're interested in learning how to do that. And back to the video. Mindset is 100% everything, because you have to tell yourself and commit to yourself that you are going to do this. And it's helpful to let your partner in on this mindset and let them know, look, I'm doing this. I need your support. I am dedicated, because a lot of times it can be your husband that is maybe not so well versed in it. Maybe he had no one in his life that breastfed, or whatever the case is, where he knows how beneficial it is or not. Or maybe he sees how stressed out you are as a first time mom and like, oh, don't kill yourself. We'll just do formula. Don't stress yourself out. But if you, mom, if you are dedicated, if you are committed in your mind that you want to breastfeed your baby and you want to give your baby breast milk from infancy to a year old, it's really good to have this talk with your husband to let him know, I need your support, keep rooting for me, here's some information that I want to share with you, and like have intentional talks, because I know you might send him a little reel, send him a little TikTok and little like digs here and there, like learn about this. If your husband's all for it, you're gonna watch it, gonna learn, cool. But be intentional with taking some time out and saying, look, this is my plan, this is what I want to do, I need your full support, because that's gonna be your partner. Your husband's your partner, but in this journey you need more support. And even the well-meaning people, like your mother, your mother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your best friends, your people that don't even know you, that just see your belly and they just want to spill their whole details of what happened to them, and they are likely going to share from their negative experiences. Unfortunately, like they could be wanting to set you up for success and unintentionally like planting all these negative seeds in your mind. So that's the first thing, is just get your mind clear stay goal oriented. Push away all the naysayers, the people that tell you it didn't work for them, my milk didn't come in, formula is fine, oh no, you're gonna want sleep, so give the baby formula in the midnight hours, overnight, put some oatmeal in it, blah 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 blah. People are gonna tell you everything. They're gonna say, why are you stressing yourself out? Ooh, I need my sleep. Like, they're gonna tell you things that they need, and it may be coming from a place of even like insecurity of something they weren't able to do, and sometimes that just projects outward and to another mother, that like something they weren't able to do, they just want to, like, again, it could be well-meaning, it could be coming from a negative place, but keep your mind on right, keep your head on right. Dedicate these months, these weeks leading up to birth in learning, in learning all the ins and outs of breastfeeding and what to do, what not to do those first few weeks, how to tackle when you have bleeding, blistering, hurting nipples those first few days, like how to get through that. I talk about that all through my channel, and I encourage you to watch those videos. I'll leave them linked below. All the like troubleshooting, so to speak, that comes up while you're breastfeeding. Mindset is number one. Getting your husband on board and having him as your rock, as your biggest cheerleader, as the person that's not gonna let you quit and remind you why you started in the first place, because it might be you that's getting in your way in 2 weeks and 3 weeks. Like, you might be just like, oh, I'm so tired, maybe I should just give in, maybe all those people were right, all those people that, when your nipples are hurting, your husband will be your rock. Have the talk with him before. If you're serious about it, if you're like, I want this no matter what, nothing is getting in my way, hold on to that mindset, and make sure your husband holds on, and give him permission to hold you accountable. Give him permission to remind you why you started. That's gonna be your rock. My third practical tip is getting all the things that are gonna help those first few weeks. The Haka or similar collection devices, the Boppy Best Latch pillow, or the My Breast Friend nursing pillow, all these little things that add to comfort while you're in the most uncomfortable place in your life. You're gonna be having diapers and ice packs and stitches potentially, or I've had it all. And I breastfed my first son till he was 2 years old, a little over 2, and you can do it. I've had it all. If I can do it, you can do it. There's nothing different about me versus you. We got this. You got this. Mindset, your rock, your husband on board to help your backbone stay strong through this all. Devices that will help you, and as they are not mandatory, because what did they do back in the day? They didn't have all these fancy contraptions. But if it helps, it helps. And I tell you, these things helped me through those first few weeks, because if you're comfortable, baby is comfortable, the whole experience is more enjoyable. You're less likely to quit, less likely to fail, less likely to quit before you're ready to quit. And the worst thing that I see, and my heart goes out to the moms that are 3 months in and they quit a month ago, and they're like, oh, I wish I would have continued, but my milk dried out. Or 6 months in or a year in, and they're like, wow, that time flew by, I could have done it. Like, I wish I didn't give up earlier. And that's my goal here, is to help you not to quit prematurely, to push you through this journey of breastfeeding the way you planned when you were pregnant, the way you were so excited to do when you were pregnant. Right now that you may still be pregnant, that you may be in the delivery room, like, ready, and nothing quite prepares you as much as you think. Even this video, this is helping you, but it's totally different when that baby's in your hand, screaming, hungry, your nipple is not doing what you thought it was gonna be. It's not just this magical moment of latch, and the baby's like, it's all a learning curve for you and for baby. So remembering that, and getting those tip number 4, getting the lactation consultant to come in immediately. Like, request them at the beginning, request them in the middle of your stay at the hospital, request them at the end. Like, you dictate how long you stay, those 3 days, those 2 days, full 3 days. Request a lactation consultant to come in every single day, because even when you think you got it, something is off, and then you're like, ooh, I wish I would have asked them that. You can. They're there for you. They're in the hospital. You can even call them once you leave the hospital. They give you these pamphlets. Like, call, make a meeting. Those first few weeks, very important. Just learn. That was tip number 4, right? I said we're doing 5. My 5th and most practical tip I can give you, and full disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. Consult with your doctor. This is what I did, so I'm not even going to tell you do this. I'm just going to tell you the 5th practical tip that helped me succeed at breastfeeding for 1 year plus. 2 years with my first, going on 1 year with my second baby. Last but not least, I didn't have a stash of formula at home at all. Now, this may be controversial, but this pushed me to continue, because the only food source for my baby was my breast milk. So if I had a backup stash of formula in the fridge, in I don't know, I never really used formula, in the container, in the pantry, wherever it was, if I had a stash on those hard nights, those tearful nights, those really difficult ones that I just wanted to sleep, but the baby kept looking for me, had I had a stash, I don't know if I would have succeeded. I don't know if I would have given in that one night of pain, and like my husband asking me, you want me to give him a bottle? I might have said yes, please do. So that worked for me. Take it with a grain of salt, but it may have been the biggest, my faith is the biggest reason I stuck to this process of breastfeeding. That's what grounded me. But practically, that may have been a determining factor of my success, for sure. If I had a stash of formula, powder, whatever they give you in the hospital, those little bottles, if I had them, I may have given in. But I didn't. And when your baby is hungry, you make it happen. Full disclaimer, ShopRite is 5 minutes from my house. If that, grocery store, 24-hour service. So if I really needed it, it was readily available. 5-minute drive to the ShopRite. However, it wasn't in the pantry. It wasn't that convenient. It pushed me to think and like, I gotta make this work. I gotta make this happen. So if you are interested in learning how to pump on vacation, stash on vacation, pump and dump, stash and bring, get through customs, what to bring with you, watch this video right here or here somewhere. That's gonna help you prepare for your little getaway and still come back with a breastfed baby. Leave him with milk before you go, come back with milk for him, and continue breastfeeding. Pick up right where you left off. I'll see you in that video. Bye.